Hello friends, today we discuss about the earthquake engineering. I am Professor Monal Santosh Ugle from Kechwa College of Engineering, Nasik. So today's topic we are to discuss the effect of earthquake, causes of earthquake and the characteristics of the earthquake. In previous video we already discussed about the terminology of the earthquake, then classification of the earthquake and earthquake zones in India. So these three topics we already covered in the previous video. So let us start with our first topic, which is the effect of the earthquake. So the in that effect of the earthquake, two types of effects are there: direct effect and indirect effect. So the direct effect is it is cause damage directly as a faulting or ground motion. The examples are there, which is the ground motion, landsliding, liquefaction. So direct effect it is causes damage directly as a faulting or the ground motion. Then indirect effect it is causes damage indirectly as a result of process set in motion by an earthquake. For that these three examples are there, which is tsunami, fire, floods. So let us start with one by one the discussion of this first, which is shaking and ground rupture. So shaking and ground rupture are the main effects created by earthquake, principally resulting in more or less severe damage to the buildings and other rigid structures. The severity of the land local effects depends on the complex combination of the earthquake magnitude, the distance from the epicenter, and the local geological and geographical conditions, which may amplify or reduce wave propagation. The ground shaking is measured by ground acceleration. Specific local geological, geographical, and geostructural features can induce high level of shaking on the ground surface even from low intensity earthquakes. This effect is called site or local amplification. It is principally due to the transfer of the seismic motion from hard deep soils to soft superficial soils and to effects of seismic energy finalization owing to typical geometrical setting of the deposits. So these are the two pictures are there. In that it is shown due to the earthquake, this type of shaking of the ground and ground rupture will happen. Then let us start with the next, which is soil liquefaction. So the soil liquefaction it is shown in these two diagram. So in this diagram, so you know that the packing of this loose soil it is shown in here, and after the liquefaction happen, so it is discredited. So this is the bedrock is there, and here the top soil is there. Above to that stable on that stable soil, here two structures are situated. By shaking and tilting causes some structure to fall. So like that here soil due to the soil liquefaction, shaking and falling of the structure will happen. So soil liquefaction occurs when, because of shaking, water saturated granular material such as sand temporarily lose its strength and transform from a soil to liquid. Soil liquefaction may cause rigid structure like buildings and bridges to tilt or sink into the liquefied deposits. For example, in 1963 Alaska earthquake, soil liquefaction causes many buildings to sink into the ground, eventually collapsing upon themselves. The phenomena is most often observed in saturated loose soil or the sandy soil. This is because a loose sand has a tendency to collapse when load is applied. Dense sand, by contrast, tend to expand in volume. Nothing. If the soil is saturated by water, a condition that often exists when the soil is below the water level or the sea level, then the water fills the gaps between the uh, soil grains. So this is the soil liquefaction. Then second effect is there, which is the mechanism of soil liquefaction. This is the mechanism before the earthquake, during the earthquake, and after the earthquake. Due to this sand boiling, so this type of settlement of the structure will happen. Then next is their human impact. Obviously, when earthquake is occur at that time, its effect on the human also. So an earthquake may causes injury and loss of life, road and bridge damage, general property damage, and collapse or the disability of the building. So the aftermath may bring diseases, lack of basic necessities, mental consequences such as panic attack, depression, to service and higher insurance premium. Then next, landslide, which is included in the direct effect, which is the earthquake can produce slope stability leading to landslide, a major geological hazard. Landslide damage may persist while emergency personnel are attempting rescue. The term landslide or the less frequency landslip refer to several forms of mass wasting that includes a wide range of ground movement such as rockfall, deep-seated slope failure, then debris flows. So these are the example of this landslide. Then landslides occurs in a variety of environments characterized by either steep or the gentle slope gradient, from mountain range to the coastal plain or even unwater, in which case they are called as submarine landslide. Gravity is the primary driving force for a landslide to occur, but there are other factors affecting slope sliding that produces specific conditions that make a slope prone to failure. In many cases, the landslide is triggered by a specific event, although this is not always identifiable. So this is the one example here, the landslide is occur. So then